Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Hello farmers, welcome back to Ravenport. As you can see, we are selling our silage. The price is kind of like the same it was last time when it peaked out. I think it's 305, is it? Something like that? Yeah, 305. So I'm getting something like 25. I was getting something like 25 per trip, 25,000. So yeah, we're over $600,000 in the bank account. I don't think that last bit of silage is going to sell. So it'll just stay on the belt, I suppose. So 2 million liters of silage. I've been actually, for almost about an hour and a half or so, I've been delivering the silage to the barn. It takes that long. Let's go ahead and park this back up. And yeah, I just, I think that's the best price we're going to get for a while. Instead of the silage just sitting there, like I said this before, trying to wait for the best price, I could sell the silage like we are, buy fields, and start turning a profit now on it. So that's what we're doing. Plus, our corn's ready. I did try a little bit for a while, transferring, like I said I was going to take the belt and just transfer it over. I started doing that, and really, I need another belt to actually pull that off. Probably one of those angled belts. If we go in here, belt systems, where's the belt systems? I have no idea where the belts are. Oh, belt systems right here. I think it's this one right here. Transport from one belt to the next one. I think this one that can do angles, so that would be the one I'd probably have to get. But really, for what it's worth, I think we're just better off selling it now. Like I said, I had to take about maybe 21, 22 trips to the barn, and I'm kind of glad this is my last one. If only course play was available, I'd probably have a course play set up for this. Of course, it'd be a little tricky. I'd probably, if I did course play and had this mapped out, I'd have to turn the train off, because I don't know if course play would be smart enough to know to stop for the train if it were to come along. Because I would get something like, oh, the course play driver 1 is stuck, and I'll find them in our rail yard field on its side because it got plowed by the train. So how many more liters do I got? Okay, so, we're going to have something like 625,000 in our bank account. I did pay a little bit of our loan off before midnight once again, so yeah, we're getting pretty close to owing just $2 million. But I don't know if I'm going to pay off any part of the loan with this money, even though I said before I probably would. We're going to buy some more fields so we can start merging some together and get something put in those. And like I said, our corn is ready to be chaffed once again, as it is every 2 days. So another 9,000, yes, so about 6.25. So for starters, I'm going to bring this truck back to the BGA. I think I know the way by now. Like I said, I've done this trip more times than not. I still have the problem with the truck. I'm pretty sure it's just my driving, but I'm probably going too fast. Every time, like, you go over, like, you're going uphill and you're going really fast and it's empty and the truck gets off the ground, when it lands, it just jackknifes on me every time. And I'm trying not to steer when it does that, when it happens. I never really do that with a tractor. You'll see when the truck does that, sometimes when it lands, yeah, it could jackknife the truck. So you gotta take it slow. But after about an hour and a half, hour 45 minutes of just driving back and forth from the BGA to the barn, yep, I jackknife plenty of times. But yeah, let's bring this guy back to the barn. Yeah, the barn. The BGA, park him up. And it's time to buy some more land. I have 2 pieces of land in mind. We should have more than enough money for that. And our cotton fields, also overnight, I did fertilize them, and of course I also did the weeding, because every field I had got weeds in it, like it always does. I hope in the next update Farming Simulator does is they kind of reduce the weed growth on it. I'm not really, yeah, I think I'm probably going to do chaff next for the trailer, so that can go there. Anywho, do not turn off my computer, it's saving. Of course it is. So we own field 21, but I want to buy field 18. Yes, thank you. And I think it's because we want to merge these fields together. I know I'm paying a lot of money for land I'm probably not using, but it is what it is. Yes, we'll buy that as well, which leaves us with almost the same amount of money we just paid for that land. So we will get to that land in a while, but basically what I want to do right now is there's some, what's growing in there? That's been, oh yeah, we own that. So that's sunflowers, we'll be able to harvest that probably the same time the cotton is ready. We'll harvest that. This is going to be turned into a grass field. And we can bring our Big M over here, our tedder, our windrower, and yeah, we can make hay whenever we need it. Grass, I don't think we really need grass for anything, but it's basically to make hay. Hay is actually not a bad thing, because if you look at the price for hay, like right now, hay at the barn is going for 119 and climbing. You know, if you consider that with straw and grass, you know, that's something we could do once in a while. So it'd be nice to have the grass field. Price of eggs is not that bad right now, 3,600, but you know, I'm kind of waiting for a great demand on that. As for our chickens, how we doing our chickens, the new pen, we're up to 49 chickens per, so we've got 9 per. The roosters don't actually reproduce, obviously. Our horses overnight, well, now we can start turning a profit on them, because we spent 5,000 per. Now they're worth almost 8,000 per, but we wait until they're worth everything. And our sheep are up to 21 sheep per on that as well. So we just expanded our farm once again. I do have a decent amount of cash. I'm thinking about doing the pigs, but I don't think I'm going to do a large pasture. I don't think the series is going to go on long enough to get a full 300 pigs. The small one can hold 100, and it's only $90,000. So I think that works out well. And what I've been kind of keeping track of, but I've been kind of busy, there's a couple fields that have sugar beet in them. So I'm going to wait for them to be harvested so I can do contracts in them, and I'll get a little bit of sugar beet afterwards. But I don't think the pigs, I think the root crop is like, what, 5%? Yeah, I think it's going to be roughly like 5% of their food. That's what it used to be. I haven't really checked on 19 what the percentage is. But now that we own these two fields together, we will merge these together. The field over here that we just bought is grass. I'm not going to come down here and cut it. It's just a small field. I know it's wasting money, but we'll probably just plow it right in. Merge these two fields, and yeah, we're going to plant cotton in it right away, because this is going to be our cotton field once we can buy that one over there. That field over there, I think, is like 280. I wonder if these trees are on my property. The boundary is going to be like right in between. You don't have access to this land. So these trees are actually on this land over here. Now this is the land of sugar beet. This is one of the sugar beet fields. Now the other one is a really huge field. If I do the contract in that one, I'll probably just hire a worker and set the harvester on a worker, and when it's full, we'll do the transporting ourselves. But those are the two things that we're looking at. But I think what I need to do now, unfortunately, I don't want to say unfortunately, kind of a good thing. We'll visit here. Like I said, our cornfield is ready. It's actually in the harvest stage. I think it's time that we start filling up our silage once again. Obviously. Should be this one right here. So the good thing about the fields we have, the Big M can come out of here, the tedder, the windrower can all go. give us a lot of parking space in here for some of our equipment. If I need to put a barn over there first, that will be a while. Let's pull this guy right on out of here. Select that, unfold that. And it's time to get some more chaff so we can get some more silage, so when the price is right, we can get some more cash once again. So like always, I put him on the worker, and we're going to go over to the man truck, hop into that, and we'll be transporting the chaff from the field on over to the BGA. Well, once again, I've changed my mind about some certain things. You get to do that when you're doing some farming and you got 10-15 minutes of just driving back and forth. Yeah, my thought on the pigs. Yeah, we're going to go with a large pig pen. For the reasons, I started flashing back to 17. I'm like, wait a minute, pigs reproduce rather fast. And of course, the more you have, the faster they'll reproduce. And really, I would just hate to get to like the small pig pen and then like a few episodes in regret not getting the big one. We don't quite have the money for the big pig pen just yet. It's $250 plus whatever terraforming cost. And plus I just realized their base food is going to be corn. And so next time what we'll do, hopefully, this field here with corn, we'll harvest some of the corn, and that way we'll have some food for the pigs. In 17, corn is 50% of their base food, so that's rather important. I think I'll just go empty this because I don't think I'm going to get more than 30,000 liters on the last bit. Yeah, so yeah, in a couple days' time, we'll probably have a pig pen. I probably am going to need a silo as well, so hopefully in a couple days the price of silage at the barn is good, so we can sell this silage here, which right now is this chaff that we're dumping in. And the way I'm doing the BGA now is I used to like fill up the BGA all the way across, but now I'm kind of like leaving myself a lane to pull in and then just back up. Instead of having to back up all the, come down there and try to back up. There's not quite enough room to turn around in here sometimes. Plus I find the longer you have the pit when you're compacting it and driving back and forth, it's less of shifting forward to backwards, if that makes any sense. So yeah, I am hoping to put the large pig pen down by the sheep. And we should get more than enough corn off this field for the sheep. The pigs. But they just reproduce pretty darn fast, and I'm thinking, well, I don't have any plans in the immediate future to stop the Let's Play in this map. There are some modded maps coming out now. Well, there have been, but I would say the better ones are coming out now with more detail and whatnot. They're starting to come out fast and furious. Also, I did notice, I saw this on Silver News. He's a YouTuber. He posted something that maybe carrots could be coming as a DLC, maybe in Farming Simulator. The reason why he posted that, Giants is at a convention in Germany. And that's where they're originally from, but I guess they have a stand over there, and it says come see us at whatever complex they're at, and it shows a picture of someone dressed in a carrot costume playing Farming Simulator. And so some people are taking that as a hint that maybe the first DLC for 19 is going to be, maybe we can they'll be adding carrots. It's a speculation, nothing announced. It's just, why would they show someone, though, in the carrot costume playing Farming Simulator, since there's not carrots in the game? It's kind of interesting. DLC for Farming Simulator usually does come out in February, the first DLC when they have a release. So, you know, it could be sometime soon. Alright, but anyways, back on what we're doing. This field is done harvesting. I think we need to grab the plow, and we're going to head on down to the field that we just bought, and we're going to merge those two fields together. And yes, I know one field's been harvested, the other one's got grass in it, but yeah, it's just I don't feel like it's worth bringing all my equipment down there to harvest the grass right now. It's a small-ish field. So we'll go down there, merge the two fields together, then I'll bring this truck back up here, and he can start plowing this field up here and get corn back into it, which should be feed for our future pigs in a few episodes. I really don't know how much pigs go for. The only way I can tell without buying the pen is to bring the animal trailer up here and go to the dealership, and I can find out that way because I can load up pigs into a trailer. You can't just teleport there and stand in the zone and hit R because basically it's not going to show the animals that you can buy that they can transport to the pens that you have. Like right now, if I went there, I could buy horses, I could buy chickens, cows, and sheep because they see those placeables on the map, so they can transport them. But it's not going to show me how much pigs go for. But if I go with the animal trailer, it's going to know that my trailer can support pigs, so I can see how much the price is. But that's beside the point. I mean, we'll have pigs at some point pretty soon. Pretty soon. How steep is this? Oh, that's pretty darn steep. So this field that we're in that's harvested, I plowed that not long ago. So, and this field does not need to be plowed either, but we're here just to merge. We're here just to merge these fields. Let me back up so I can get a better, straighter line than what I had. This is where GPS would really come in handy, because you can get a perfectly straight line. So I need to turn this on. Allow to create fields. Lower this down. And just like that. Actually, it's a little bit wider, but that's good enough. It started out good, but then it went just a little bit wider, but it's all fine. I probably need to go into the field that's harvested because it's easier to see. But as you can see, these are kind of small-ish fields. But once we get all three of these fields merged together, it's going to be one nice cotton field. There we go. That's the hard part kind of being done. So these fields don't need to be plowed or limed at the moment. So we're just going to go ahead and bring the John Deere down here once I get these fields merged together. He's going to start seeding some cotton in these two fields. Or one field, I should say, at this point. And the other field we bought, like I said, right over there, that is a pretty decent sized field for one. And we're going to plant grass in that. Not today, because it's got sunflowers in it. Well, we could use a good harvest off that. Actually, I probably should check to see what stage it's in. It probably could use like some fertilizer, I'm sure, because the NPCs really don't like fertilizing their fields for some reason. I guess they just expect me to do it all. There we go. Make sure I turn off limit to fields because I don't need him. And he goes back up there. You know what? No. Let's put this back on. I'm going to make one more pass just to make sure we got it all. Nothing worse than bringing the John Deere down here and then seeing like little patches of grass in between the fields because we didn't quite get a spot. And that field over there is like 280,000. So when we buy that field and we make this one nice big field, it will be decent for cotton for sure. Alright, turn off limit to fields, or turn on limit to fields. So I'm going to bring this guy back up to our cornfield. Yeah, and eventually I need to get like our landscaping tool out and make like a road up to these fields. And maybe like a little road up to that field as well. So this truck needs to go back up. Actually, the first thing I need to do, because I don't want to make the same mistake twice. You know, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. I need to put some fuel into this. And actually, I might as well just gas up right at the gas station here. I mean, we are going right by it. Fill me up, please. So, yep, we're going to go put the plow on the cornfield. He can start plowing that, bring the John Deere down here. And we're going to seed some cotton into that one field. So in a couple days' time, we can harvest some more cotton. We should be able to harvest some cotton in the next episode. All of our fields that we have, all 3 of them, should be ready for harvest. Because this day is coming to a close. It's getting pretty late. And really, I don't like recording when it's dark out. Sometimes you have to, though. You know, when those weeds grow and you want to, get rid of them with a weeder before they get to the weeds get to the second growth stage, and they have to use herbicide, which costs money. So that's why we use a weeder when we can. So there's our cotton. It doesn't look like much at the moment, but tomorrow they should be blooming. And everything, it's going to look like Christmas around here with all the white cotton that we're going to have. So, sir, you can get to work over here. Alright. We need our John Deere tractor. Massey Ferguson, Crone, John Deere. Here we go. Alright, make sure we switch this over to cotton. There we go. And you can see our seed roll is ready to go. It's full of fertilizer and seed. So let's get to our newly formed field and start planting some cotton. So this should work out very well for us. If I can just find the field's edge here. I think it's right here. Yes, it is. Now that we own the restaurant, do we make money off the restaurant? Probably not. I don't think it's like the BGA or anything like that. Too bad it wasn't. So the other reasoning, it's all, my mind's always going, but the other reason why I didn't buy that field over there and I bought that field over there for, I wanted that field anyways for grass. And I'm not paying attention to my driving. But that field has sunflowers in it, which when we harvest that, we're not going to sell those sunflowers. We're going to put that into storage for the pigs. The pigs, if I remember correctly, like I said, their base food is 50% corn. I want to say 25% sunflowers and or canola. And then it's like 20% grain, which would be your wheat, barley, or oats, and then 5% root crop. Or you can just go to the store and buy pig food, which would be 100%. And I'm actually surprised no one has come up in, as we all know in 17, there were mixers, placeable mixers you could put down for cows and pigs. I'm surprised no one hasn't converted those over just yet. So now we got more fields, which means, as I always say, more money, which is good because we're going to spend some more here in this episode. Because the one thing we're going to need, I keep saying we're going to store all this. It's time that we buy our big silo and put that down by the BGA. We're going to have to move some stuff around, I think. But when I harvest the corn, I don't want to be storing it way down here by the chicken farm. And that silo only holds 100,000 liters. And the silo we're going to buy can hold 1,000,000 liters per each. But now that we're sowing this field, you can kind of see the fields look small. But now as it's starting to look as one field, it's a decent sized field. I'm not going to say it's a big field. It's not like... it's a little smaller than field 6 and 12. Definitely not as big as the cornfield, which is field 7. But yep, we're gonna buy the silo today. Hopefully, like I said, when that silage at the BGA, well, I got to make it into silage first. Hopefully there's a good price in a couple days for that, so we can go ahead and buy the pigs and start setting up for our T8 New Holland tractor, because we're starting to get a lot of fields. And I know it sounds weird because we do have well, I don't want to count the truck as a tractor, but we got 3 tractors. If you want to count the Massey Ferguson as one, we're starting to get too much big equipment for that to even do anything other than take care of the animals, really. And actually, well, and last night I didn't record in-game nighttime. That was weeding because I was using the case tractor to fertilize. So the Massey Ferguson is kind of limited what it can do. But yet we do have to pay off that beautiful loan that we have. And then also in the near future, buy that other land right next to us, so we can make this cotton field a little bit bigger. But hopefully when we harvest the cotton in our 3 fields, it gets a good yield, and the price of cotton is pretty good. The good thing about the modded cotton harvester that we got, that can hold 100,000 liters per bale, is when we go to store the bales, it's not going to be, for our 1 bale, it'd be like 5 in-game bales. So if we store them, 1 bale would be equivalent to 5. So you wouldn't be seeing like 5 bales just hanging around somewhere. It'd be just 1 bale. Well, I'll have access to that land in a while. You just give me time, game. Just give me time. One more small strip to do here, and now you can kind of see the size of the field after it's merged, and how much bigger it will be when we buy, well, the field behind us. I don't know the numbers down here too well. I want to say it's field 22. But I do need to check the fertilization stage on this field now, because the grass field was kind of fertilized. No, you can fold up. Go ahead. I hit the wrong buttons on the wrong sequence, I know. So there is our cotton field. So fully fertilized. I kind of forgot that little strip there needs lime. So that can wait. I'm not going to come down here and spread just a little bit of lime in that little strip there. I'm pretty sure when we harvest it in a time or two, yeah, they will definitely need to be limed. Maybe I'll wait until we can merge all these fields together before I do it, but it may need it beforehand. So I do want to go back up and take a look at our sunflower field that we got right now. See how tall those sunflowers are. It wouldn't hurt to fertilize it. I mean, we're talking 50% yield more if I get 1 stage down. I should be able to get 1 more stage of fertilizer on that. I shouldn't say 1 more. Because it's not fertilized at all. The good thing is I don't think it needed to be plowed or limed, so I'm not going to lose yield because of that. But for now, I got to bring the John Deere back up to the BGA. We need to move some things around, I think, in order to place down our silo. The silo isn't cheap, so it's going to take up a lot of our money here. But like I said, in a couple days, hopefully we can sell the silage, get like another 300 grand, which will leave us money to buy the pigs. But we're also going to have cotton to sell tomorrow. I've said cotton a lot this episode, haven't I? We'll have a good yield tomorrow of cotton to sell that to give us some more income. But we definitely need the silo to start storing food for the pigs, meaning sunflowers / canola / corn that we're getting ready to plant. So I'm going to get the BGA area kind of situated, and we'll place down the silo. Alright, I do believe we have the room now. Should be able to. Go in here, pop in the silos. Come on down here. It's 180,000. Let's rotate that. I think I'll actually do it this way. I know I don't own that land. Give me a second. Now all I really want to do is, I know it won't fit there, but I'm just trying to get it. Oops, wrong button. That looks like it's nice and square with the BGA. And we're going to come on down here this way. I think I like that. I'm trying to figure out a reason why I wouldn't. And I clicked out of the game. There we go. We now have a huge silo. Some place to store all of our stuff. Not that we have much stuff at the moment, but we will. So it just holds the basic game stuff. You cannot put root crops in here, like always, and you can't put straw or grass or hay in there. It's the same stuff. If you didn't see it, I'll pop back in there. It's the same. Takes the same grain as a base game does. $60 a day. How much is a regular silo that we have? $45 a day. So that's a pretty good price actually. So next time we harvest this field here, which is corn, we're going to just harvest it all and put it into storage for our piggies that we're going to have. But for now, I need to take the case tractor. I need to swap out these tires. And I'm taking this spreader because it's got narrow tires on it because that crop is way too tall. I'll do crop destruction if I do anything but narrow tires. So we're going to go right from dualies right on down to what must be went the wrong way. Where are they? Oh, I'm switching brands. I'm like, why isn't that not working? There we go. I didn't change the engine, did I? No, okay. $0? Yeah, I'm all good. Yeah, I have no idea what I'm doing. Never do. But I will meet you. I hate when you do that because it always disconnects whatever you have attached to it. I'll meet you down at the sunflower field and we'll fertilize that and we'll call it an episode. Well, this shouldn't take us too long to fertilize this. Especially if I can get the right working width down. It's not lime, it's fertilizer. So at least get one stage on it. Make it like 50. Actually, it's not 50% anymore. I'm going on 17's basis. I think this is 30% for fertilizing stage. I think. I'm not sure. We can check that in a minute. But first things first, let's fertilize this field. I'm going to go park this. No, I was going to park the case up there with a fertilizer because I said I got to fertilize that field. But I kind of need the case tractor to put the dualies back on it so I can compact that chaff into silage. Now I'm realizing how slow this spreader is when I'm used to the modded spreader that goes at 16 miles an hour. This is 8. It seems like I'm crawling here. It's too bad on the bigger Breedle that you can't put the narrow tires on it, but that does make sense because when you're holding 19,000 liters, narrow tires, you probably need about 3 rows of narrow tires if it could hold that much. Maybe even more. I should say 3 axles of narrow tires. But we finally sold our 2 million liters of silage to get us enough cash to buy 2 fields and another silo. But that silo is going to hold a lot more than the one that the chicken farm does. But we kind of need it, obviously, to feed the piggies that we're about to have in not too long of a time, for sure. The next episode, I'm pretty sure it'll be time to harvest the cotton. As I head on back up to the BGA. And that's what we do in the next episode, is doing the cotton harvesting. See how much we get from that. That'd be rather interesting. I don't know where this road goes. That's why I decided to take it. My guess is... Okay, I can take this little dirt path through this guy's backyard, maybe? Better go in cab because it's kind of tight in here. Train just went by, so I can just scoot across. It's going to be a little rough. But I'm off to the BGA to start doing some silage compacting, which is fun. That'll take a half hour. It's good money, the silage, but boy, it does take a lot of time when you got to transport it to the barn and compact it. And as for taking care of the field and harvesting the chaff, that's the easy part. But that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode. I appreciate you watching as always, and I'll catch you next time on Ravenport. But until then, have a good one.